Hey guys, it is Freshly Squeezed here, and welcome to another story time video. And today I'm going to be talking about the time that I got stung by hornets at a cross-country meet in 7th grade. So yeah guys, before I get started with the story, it's been a very gloomy day. I usually have bright lighting whenever I do story times, well, at least most of the time, but it has been a very gloomy day out. it's like around like 1 o'clock. Yeah, I know it's around 1 o'clock, and it's just there should be like bright light. It's just been a very gloomy and windy day out. It's been very, very windy. But anyway, let's get on with this story. So this happened in the fall of 2016 when I was in 7th grade. I was at a cross country meet. It's the school. I don't want to say the name of the school, but it's pretty close to where I live. The school, but I don't go to that school. But yeah, we were pretty much what we were doing when this happened was we were pretty much walking the course of what we were gonna run. Again, this is 7th grade, so I don't really remember much of it, but I do remember a little bit. So we were pretty much walking the course, and I was probably in the middle of the group. We were walking, and all of a sudden I just feel a sting in my leg, and I figured it was a bee or something like that, and just everyone started like freaking out and like running like forward to get away from whatever was stinging them. I got stung. I know a lot of other people did, but a lot of people didn't. So I guess my guess, no one ever found out, but my guess was that there was a nest, and it turned out to be hornets. I thought it was bees, but no, it was hornets. Turns out that there was a nest in like a log or something, and someone hit it, and then all the hornets just came out and started stinging people. So that's what happened. I got stung. It pretty hurt, but it was before the race too. So I mean, I still ran. I was fine. There was a lot of other kids that got stung a lot more than I did, like multiple times, and that must have hurt. And I have gotten stung by hornets since then. I actually got stung by a hornet earlier this year, as in like a few months ago. I got stung like twice by some hornets, and it wasn't fun. If you have ice, you're probably good. If you just put ice on it and just don't take the ice off, or else you'll start feeling that sharp pain again that you felt when you got stung. So yeah, the lesson of this video is, if you get stung by hornets or bees or something like that, put ice on it. If you don't have ice around you, it'll sting. It'll hurt. It'll definitely hurt. Or maybe water. Honestly, I don't know. If you have water, you just need to constantly pour it on there. But ice does work best. So yeah, that is my story for today of when I got stung by hornets at a cross-country meet. I forget if it was 1 or 2. I either got stung by 1 or 2. I forget. Either way, I remember hurting quite a bit. So yeah, that is it. So now I'm going to get on to the movie review. We're reviewing a movie today. The past couple videos I reviewed seasons of TV shows. I'm reviewing a movie today. I saw this movie like a week or 2 ago. And the movie is Dumbo. It's the new Dumbo that came out earlier this year. I'm not sure exactly when it came out. It came out earlier this year. I'm going to be reviewing that. So this movie, I thought it was a very, very good remake of a Disney movie. In the past few years, Disney has done a very, very good job of recreating old movies, and they sometimes rename them, but they pretty much make those old animated movies and they make them modern and with real life people, and it's just amazing. They did it with The Lion King. They've done it with countless movies. The Lion King is a really good example, and then Dumbo is also a really good example of how they brought these characters to life. And Dumbo, he looked very realistic. They just know how to make these characters, all these animals from old movies, they know how to make them look really realistic, and I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. One famous actor that was in this movie was Danny DeVito. I think he was the one of the people who owned the circus, and he was one of the people who owned Dumbo. So in this movie is pretty much about how Dumbo was pretty much being used for the circus because of his magical powers. They found out he had magical powers, that he could fly everywhere. You know, the old story of Dumbo. They figured out he could fly everywhere, and they used him for the circus, for entertainment, and they didn't let him live his life, so that was the goal of the movie. And they eventually accomplished that, reuniting Dumbo with his mom, because his mom was taken from Dumbo and shipped to some prison thing. Well, it wasn't too far from the circus, because pretty much what happened was how Dumbo would visit his mother is the one of the owners of Dumbo, he climbed to the top of the circus tent, carved out a hole, and then while the performance was going on, he flew out, and I thought that was pretty funny. And then he met up with his mother in the cages, and what ended up happening was the owner, the full owner of the circus, I wasn't really sure what the status of each person was. Even watching the movie, being right there, I still didn't know for sure. But the owner of the circus, he ended up catching the whole circus tent on fire, and the amusement park next to it, and the whole thing caught on fire because what he did was he was mad that the power in the whole city went out pretty much for a distraction, and this dude went up to the electric tower. He started pulling switches and all this stuff, pretty much caught everything on fire. He caught that thing on fire, and yeah, I just thought it was a very good remake of the original Dumbo. So, out of 10, what should I give Dumbo out of 10? Let me think about this. It was a really good remake. Anything bad about it? I can't list anything bad about it, but it wasn't great. It was good. It wasn't great. I'll give it an 8.2 out of 10. That's my rating. An 8.2 out of 10 for Dumbo on my scale, the freshest squeeze scale. No, that's weird. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this story time and the movie review. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.